Breeze-up sales right at the start of the season. David Egan riding, doesn't ride too many for Mark Johnson. Might ride a few more now. He's done this quite nicely, I think. Bronze River, a winner on its debut, was giving £5 to Zabeel Champion. In the end, that proved just a bit too much. But I think the winner's going to be quite decent. It's one of those who's going to stay a trip, I would think, in time. Might well be a candidate for the Zetland Stakes, which Mark Johnson has won a few times in the past. I think it's the Cambridgeshire meeting, if I remember correctly, over a mile and a quarter.
This event will start in 60 seconds.
If we saw that there.
60 seconds.
It's beaten Bronze River by about a length, and they've come well clear of the remainder. Let's get some SPs. Bath 310. First, number 4, Zabeel Champion, 9-4. Second, number 1, Bronze River, 8-11 favourite. Non-runner number 2 and 5 ran. Yeah, so that's how they finished at Bath. We're moving across to Chester now because the runners are at the post there.
This event starts in 30 seconds.
Their fourth race, it's 3:15. Number 3, Dazzling Dares is the exception. That's a non-runner and leads a field of 6 for a competitive little race. And Rahi heads the market at 3-1, having opened up at 7-2, trained by George Scott. Got top weight in this nursery. We've got 10 stone 1, which is a lot for a 2-year-old. Seamus Cronin claiming £5 off that. And now she has 11-4. 7-2 both Praxeology for Mark Johnson to give him a quick across the card double. Joe Fanning rides that one. And also 7-2 Vintage Time. Good support for this one for Tim Easterby and David Allen. That's won once from her 4 starts to date. Hot Heels is 4-1 for the Tom Dascombe yard. Handicap debutant, been gelded since the last seen. 2 of his 3 starts have come on the all-weather. His only turf run was a decent second. Richard Kingscote riding that one. Ainsdale shows at 6-1 for Carl Burke and the David Armstrong ownership. Andrew Mullin riding this one. Shown promise in 3 starts to date. And the outsider, but only 8-1, is the David Evans trained Dark Optimist, who's pretty exposed, but got 1 or 2 fair bits of form, so you wouldn't be surprised if he was in amongst them. It's a trappy race, as the betting suggests, only 6 runners, but 11-4 the field. Dark Optimist, I think he's due to be the first to load, but isn't budging at the moment. He's basically got his nose in the stalls, and he's not going any further forward. Rise 11-4 though, being well backed here, trained by George Scott. As I say, seems to have a lot of weight for a nursery. 10-1 seems an awful lot. I don't quite understand why that is, but it is the case. He was down the field behind Mum's Tipple in that valuable sales race at York. Beaten a long way, of course, but it was a decent enough run. Finish 6th if you take Mum's Tipple out of the race. Wasn't beaten all that far. Prior to that, I've been running in Group 3 company at Goodwood behind Liberty Beach. And he also finished 6th there, not disgraced at all. His sole victory came in a novice stakes at Lingfield on the turf there, won that by 4 lengths. So quite hard to assess in many ways. He clearly has a fair bit of ability, and he's had his sights lowered here from those last 2 starts. And we haven't got anywhere yet with Dark Optimist, who's actually, he's just refusing to budge anywhere. He's gone back a few yards. Well, now they're moving him sideways a little bit. This is quite tortuous, really. I don't quite understand why he's the last to load, because, well, he's the first to load, I beg your pardon. They could have put the others in by now, but anyway, they're trying again. He really doesn't want to know. The blindfold doesn't seem to be making any difference at all. He just won't go anywhere. But, he's got his head again in the stalls. He's not threatening to kick them or anything like that. He's just absolutely planting himself. He's very slowly edging forward. Jockey now trying to get some leverage on the stalls, I think. The handler's giving him a shove. They've got another yard or 2. And they finally got him in. So that was it's a pretty torturous process. They've got another 5 to load now, including Rahi getting a good look at moving forward. 3-1 joint favourite now with Vintage Times. That's arguably the gamble of the day, in from 9-2. We'll see how it fares. The filly, 9-2 Big Drifter Praxeology, also 9-2 Hot Heels, 11-2 Ainsdale, 8-1 Dark Optimist. Quite a fascinating race this, and fascinating betting market to go alongside it.
This event is now in play.